Hello, everyone. I'm Vincent White. I'm an employment attorney, and we're answering publicly posted questions from abo.com today. This question reads, proving an employer practice in discrimination. My former employer had a practice of lowering their performance standard. It wasn't a written policy or rule. How would I prove it was a practice they did? I do have a recording of an employee who has been working with them for 15 years acknowledging the practice. Would this help? Well, potentially, if the recording is allowed into evidence, and I'm trying to read between the lines here, so I think what you might actually be saying, because it sounds like there's discrimination in place, you might be saying that a particular protected class, like a certain race, a certain people of a certain faith, a certain gender, maybe disabled people, any of the protected classes that receive protections in the U.S. from discrimination, you might be saying there was a practice of lowering that group's performance standards, right? If that's not what you're saying, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to understand your questions, and I got it wrong. That's my fault. But if that is what you're saying, then there's a lot of ways to go about proving that. Certainly the testimony of your coworkers, recordings of people admitting that could both be useful. Another way to go about it would be a statistical approach. If you have a case going, you have discovery, what you could do is your attorneys could reach out in discovery and say, hey, we need to know the performance standards for all these people. And then you look at the people who fall into the protected class that you're talking about, and you'd say, it's interesting that this one group of people always seems to get worse performance reviews, than the baseline, the people who are not in that protected class, right? And that would be a really valuable means of showing that there's this practice or policy of reducing the performance reviews of people in that particular protected class. Certainly that's something that you always want to keep an eye on during a case. It's important to watch out for that because testimony is always really important, recordings, all of that is key. But if you can provide the data, right, that's a foundational element that really builds the value of the case, builds the strength of your case, and reduces risk. And that's really the goal, right? Your attorney should be building the value, building that foundation of value, and then reducing risk wherever you can, because the goal is to put money in your pocket to make you whole for what was done for you, right? I hope this helps. If I was not properly understanding your question, I'm very sorry, and I'll do better next time. Feel free to ask me again, and I'll do better. Thank you.